Hello, everybody. I am Minsu Choi. You're watching a bad vlog. So good to be with you today. Hope you're doing well. I am personally feeling a little bit under the weather. I'm a little bit congested. I'm coughing a little bit. I have a runny nose, and I have this headache that's just kind of pounding. But I told myself I would start today with the videos. I would upload today, and so nothing's going to stop me from doing that. I am going to make just a brief video today, just talking through a little bit about what's been happening in my life, and then also talking a little bit through what's going to happen in the summer for me and all the plans that I've made. Even though I haven't been uploading these past few months, I've been thinking a lot about what I really want to do and what I want to focus on when it comes to this particular channel. And as you know, we welcomed baby Nora into the world early in January, and it's been an incredible ride ever since 2019. It's forever changed, and I'm learning a lot. I'm finding a lot of joy and happiness holding her and being with her and caring for her, and also just seeing how everyone in my family, my wife, Sarah, and Isaac, are also growing and adjusting to our newest family member. So that's been an incredible ride so far. I'm loving it, and yet, as you can imagine, it's very challenging. There's a lot less sleep, a lot less energy. It's hard to be disciplined and stay healthy and exercise and eat well and all those things. So we're getting by. We're doing okay, but we could definitely do better. But we are surrounded by such a loving community, and just a quick shout out to all my colleagues and friends here in the Pacific Northwest, here in Newburgh. And so I'm very thankful for you. Other than that, even though I haven't been uploading videos, I have been working on some of the other things that are peripherals to making videos, which includes setting up a new studio configuration, as well as just getting new gear. And I'll talk in more details about that in the future. But as you can tell, one of the additions in this video is this new table, and this is kind of the setup that I've really likened in a lot of ways. Like, this is what I prefer for right now. Very minimalist, nothing in the background, just a table, me, and you. And that's all I really want to do at this point. I want to be able to create a space where I can just come in and just make a video, not have to worry about any other setups or anything like that, and then just edit it and upload it as quickly as possible, because time is still a luxury, especially extra margin that I have to just do hobbies such as this. And I've been thinking through that, because the goal has always been to try to make this more consistent in my life. I want to be able to adjust and account for my desire to make content on YouTube as a regular thing, and not just it be a once in a blue moon kind of habit, but more of a daily thing where I'm thinking about what I want to talk about, how I can add value to your life and my life, also create a digital community where we can learn from each other. And ultimately, I want to make extraordinary, exceptional videos that can be of value, that can be entertaining, that can be helpful in several different ways. Let's talk about the summer. What is the summer going to be about for me? Well, I remember reading or hearing once that, a lot of championship runs in sports teams, really, that all starts in the off season. Based on what your core star players are willing to do and how much they're dedicated to winning and becoming a championship caliber team. I take that principle to heart, because I think in a lot of ways, summer can become a season where I rest, debrief, process what the previous year has been like. And that's good, and that's something that I'm continually practicing. But what I've realized is I want to ramp up in a lot of different ways. Even though I'm not going to be working and I have a lot of free time and I have a responsibility to care for myself and find rest, what I really want to do is find rest in the work that I enjoy and that I love to do. And that's why I want to dedicate a lot of my summer to this creative process and to this journey of becoming a content creator. So I was thinking through what I actually want to do on this channel. How will I define this channel in a way that makes it specific and nuanced and something that I can work and add towards without getting too diluted, without going so far off into all these other different categories. For example, I'm thinking through like, should I do book reviews? Should I do gear reviews? Should I do unboxings? Should I talk through different leadership principles? What should I be about? And I think one of the things that I really want to start off with, at least, is this idea of talking about faith and culture and really highlight gospel centered issues, gospel centered ideas that come from scripture, that comes from orthodoxy about Christianity here on this channel. And at the end of the day, in my heart, what I care about the most is that people find hope, people experience grace, people find themselves being transformed by God Himself and really understanding the message of mercy and grace that comes from Jesus Christ. And I want to be able to start talking about that here on this channel and make it a place where we can actually talk through some of these complex issues that we experience in life and be able to share with one another our stories and be able to learn from each other so that ultimately God is glorified and that people are blessed and that peace and justice and love can reign in our lives and in our communities. That's exactly what I want to be talking about on a daily basis. And so I'm excited about what will come out of this project. I already have a name for it. It's called Bad Church, and I want to explain that later in a future video. But Bad Church essentially is this idea of how do we actually still do church even when things are not ideal, when it's really hard to be a Christ follower, when church is messy and hard to relate to and incredibly dull at times or not profound or insightful. How do we continue to do that in our lives, in our free time, in order to foster a culture and a way of living that promotes and challenges and helps us grow and stay humble and be more understanding of each other, our differences and things like that. So Bad Church is this idea that all churches have areas where they can continually dialogue about and work on things and become more and more like Jesus. And so this idea of having a growth mindset, having a transformative hope in Jesus, that's what I really want to talk about. One of the most important things about this channel is that it's about me and that it's about my story and it's about my process and my journey. And I'm really excited to continually be open and honest with you, to be vulnerable in front of you, and to talk about my own life and how some of these other things that we talk about is relevant to me and affects me on a daily basis. So I'm excited to share my thoughts. I'm excited to share kind of my process and my work with you in the future. I think that's really it. Well, that's all I really wanted to talk about today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow this journey that I'm on, and please leave a comment below talking through what your plans for the summer may be and what you're hoping to accomplish, whatever dreams or whatever projects that you have in mind that you've kind of been waiting to execute on. This is a great time. This is a great summer to do it. Let's do it together. And so let's figure all this out.